Hey guys, this is John, and I'm playing NECF in schools in the 1-minute pool on ICC. He is opening with A5 and H5 against me, so, fun stuff to start the session. I don't know if Sammour-Hasbun has a grudge against me or if he's just messing around. Impossible to know people's motivations, but this could be fun. Okay, I'll attack this pawn. I've got good knights at the moment, so let's just keep developing. I think this is fine. Just back this off. I have a good stranglehold on the d5 square. I'll probably castle queenside, actually, and look to open the position on the king side, on that wing. Let's take, and we'll back this off. This looks like a pretty normal position now. Let's line up against his c-pawn. We'll go here and maybe prepare this move. Depends. Now we're threatening mate. I don't want to play b3 because they get knight a3 check-in, so that's why I'm refraining from that move. Ooh, I can play queen takes c8.
Check.
And now I gotta hurry. It's a strong knight on b3. Okay.
Time warning.
Guess we gotta go defend that. Alright. I'm not playing well this one. See where that knight discovers itself.
Check.
Meanwhile, I'm just trying to get the rook in.
Check.
Okay. Let's run out with our king.
Check.
Oh boy.
Check.
Uh-oh. Okay. Alright. Bad game to start the session. Losing to a5, h5. Alright. Let's kibitz a game while we're waiting. Homer Simpson versus El Rodor. This looks good for white if they can get their knight to g3, check, and then king up to g4. That would stop black from playing h5. But how does white win? Because if knight f5, then h5 check is winning for black, driving away the king, and then he can take the knight. So actually maybe black's doing just fine here, because white needs both the king and the knight on exactly the squares they're on right now in order to stop h5. That move did not help. Yeah, that's just a more complicated version of what I said white had to avoid. Poor Mr. Simpson. Well, if NECF in schools is playing the pool, we can get some good games in. Yeah, the knight proved to be too annoying. I couldn't figure out the situation right around here, because I didn't want to play b3 in view of that knight a3 move, but at the same time whoops, I'm dropping a pawn here, he didn't notice. But at the same time, the alternative wasn't so good either, so that was the problem. This is a weird game so far. White using like the the old f3 and king f2 idea. Okay, let's just bring this back, thereby prepare knight g4.
Check.
This has got to be a disaster for white. Knight takes d4 is almost like winning on the spot. Almost. Okay, let's do this now. We'll open up that side of the board. Go rook g8. Make some improving moves. Okay, we'll take now. Can nearly play e3 and win, but it's not so easy, is it? Let's go check. Sure. We'll get a good light square bishop. We'll hide our king on this side of the board, where it will be nice and safe. What if they'll sack an exchange on f3? They very well might.
Time warning.
Okay, we'll double up our rooks. Well, we have good control over the position. Let's see if we can trade some stuff. No trade of queens, though. Let's try to work our queen in. Get it
Check.
towards their king.
Check.
Okay. So we won that game on time. Yeah, the thing is not to overreact against these systems or any like crazy opening. Just keep it cool. Don't worry. Let's observe another game. Sauerkraut. Our buddy Sauerkraut. This looks nice for white. Take en passant. I think this pawn on d4 could be vulnerable. Maybe b3, bishop b2. Sauerkraut playing for the attack. Not sure I would have given up my knight for that dark square bishop. Bishop c4 would have threatened mate on f7. Now black has bishop e8 as a possible defense. Okay, so Sauerkraut's going for bishop a3. Bishop c4 looks good now. He wants to play c3. I would play c3 now and then take rook a d1. Open lines. Maybe he can play it slower and play like rook a c1 and then c3. Black is very much tied down. Oh, that's clever. Rook a d1 and c3. Yeah, take. I guess black has queen b6 check. Because now the rook is attacking the queen. So white is winning a piece now due to this pin. Okay, El Rodor is our next opponent. Hope you guys are having a good weekend. I'm recording this on Friday. No big plans for me this weekend. Just going to take it easy. I'm going to be traveling a little bit in July and August. Going to Charlotte, North Carolina for a chess camp out at the Charlotte Chess Center. I have a good relationship with the people, chess community of North Carolina, especially the Charlotte area. Very friendly people up there. And then what else am I doing? I'm going to Chicago for my cousin's wedding, like immediately after that. Then I'll be in Tucson, Arizona, and also Ohio in July. So here, I'm attacking the pawn on d6. Let's go rook fd1, put further pressure. Bh4 now. I can play b4 too if I want to break up his pawns. b4 would probably be a convenient move. Hangs this pawn. Okay, so he might be trying to like keep my bishop out of the action. Let's do this. Guess I'll take this pawn. He can take a4. I can take c5 though. Black should be losing copious amounts of material. Let's bring this back over. How's f2 attacked? F2 is hit multiple times. I didn't realize that. Okay, I'm going to give up the exchange. And I'm hoping to play like queen to g6 soon. Ooh, did he blunder that move? I think so.
Check.
I think that was a blunder. Big blunder too. Yeah, this is winning for us now.
Check. Checkmate.
That is a mate. All right, back in the pool. We're at 2578. Looks a little bit slow. It's about 7 o'clock p.m. Central at the moment. Well, actually, NECF is back in. I wasn't sure if he was playing or not. He's way down on time, but can he win this? G5. Oop, couldn't pull it off. Sauerkraut got him. Okay, NECF. Let's see what we get. Semi-Slav, maybe? Okay, I'll take here and play bishop f5. This is one of the main lines. Let's play the knight into e4. And then rook c8. We'll take that. I'm going to let him like build up a nice center. If he wants to play e4, but he's showing that he maybe does not want to do that. Let's go after this pawn. I guess he has rook a1 though. Bishop back to g2. Okay. We're having to defend our knight on e4 in a very awkward way. Happens. Let's go rook d7. Can maybe play bishop f1 anyways.
Check.
Like reroute his forces. Okay, we'll take that. As long as he can't win that e4 pawn. Let's go here. Maybe I can get all the way in. Actually, I kind of want to take the other way. With the king, maybe. This should be alright.
Check. Time.
Okay, I'm going to go c5. See what we can get out of this. Can go after that pawn. I'm going to try to go e3 now.
Check.
Not sure how well we're doing here. All right. Let's just run with our king.
Check.
Maybe we'll win this.
Check.
Oh, no. Oh, he had 0.0, but we lost on time. Hey, it happens. I probably should have just gone and like won his last pawn. That would have been like the smarter thing to do. But I wasn't thinking properly. Okay, let's just play g3 against that. Let's go win that pawn on h3. Seems like a good plan. We'll just defend this guy. Bring the knight back to f2. Okay, take that. I won't take that pawn on... Well, maybe now I will. No, let's just play bishop e3. I think king f2 is going to be a nice square for our king. Looks pretty snug there, you know what I mean? Knight e7, I can play d5. This is good. I like this. Bishop takes g5, or taking on f5 is the threat. Obviously, he has to be extremely careful. I can almost take and win material. Unfortunately, he has queen c5 if I were to play d5 there.
Check. Check.
Okay, now we should be in a winning endgame. Let's take. You can take with the bishop, though. Rook comes in. Takes stuff. Let's shut down his play. Now I can advance my h and g pawns.
Time.
This is a total win. Rook c8. Okay, back in the pool. Wonder why he's playing normally as white and then bizarre openings as black. It's a mystery. This is the guy who's won the Dos Hermanos tournament on ICC a couple times for Blitz. He's a really strong player at quick time controls. I mean, he's a strong chess player overall. I think he's like probably like very solid IM strength, but as far as I know, he doesn't have the IM title. Just doesn't play tournaments very much, I think is the explanation. But if he did, and if he wanted to make the title, I'm sure he could make it pretty easily. Let's take a look at the game. Gulftown is playing NECF. Well, he played a normal opening here. Queen's Gambit declined. This looks good for black just because, well, material's even, but white's king is pretty open. And white has a lot of weaknesses all over the place. And he hung his rook on h1. Black's king side was like perfect. Okay, we're playing Gulftown now. Exchange kings Indian one time. Yep. I'm very familiar with this line. Knight c5 is the main move. This guy seems to know what he's doing.
Check.
Let's see if he takes the pawn. He took the pawn too. Yeah, you're not supposed to do this. You're not supposed to play it this way. Because now this knight is not going to get out. It is not going to survive. I can just take here. Actually, I can take his rook. Yeah. I caught Lawrence Trent in that same trap too in a 1-minute game. Exact same thing. They went knight d3 and took on f2, but as you can see, after the rook comes to d1 and take, bishop takes f7, wins back all the material. Bishop takes f7. If king f8, I can just withdraw this bishop, like bishop back to b3 or c4 or d5, wherever. And bishop f6 would be forced, and it's very bad for black. Don't go into this line. Even a line like bishop takes f7, king f8, bishop d5 check, bishop f6, just simply like bishop takes f6 is very good. This knight is lost, and white has 2 strong bishops, and black is in a column on the f file, opposing white's rook. Okay, I'll play maybe 2 or 3 more games. Pool is a little bit dead right now, aside from NECF. 93, breaking up white's pawns before recapturing the bishop. Some nice activity for white, though. Yeah, this pawn is going to be a huge problem on c6. It does get blockaded, though. Like, maybe black can try to post the knight where the queen currently is. Knight here, trying to take the e3 pawn. Now black might be coming up to support it at some point. D4 doesn't work yet, though. Knight there. Okay. White can take on d5 now. Ooh, he blundered rook e1. Wow. Okay, now black's completely winning. But the clock is going to perhaps decide the game. I think Gulftown can make this. Nice little trick there, c8 queen. Hoping for like a rook c7 or a knight c7 pre-move. I think Gulftown has this. Guess we'll find out after that. Pajuca is the next opponent. Exchange Slav? Yep, exchange Slav. If bishop f4, I'll play knight h5. Harass that bishop, not let it get too comfortable on the f4 square. This line is fine for black. e6. Let's castle now. It looks a little scary on the king side, but there's no reasonable way for him to get through. So let's open the center. Now that they're going knight here, I think it's a good time to open the middle. I'll take, and I'm controlling this square. Knight takes d5 would lose immediately to rook takes c1. They're gonna... Okay. Guess they've got some sneakiness in mind. Let's play f5. Ooh, but then they can take, and then h6 is hanging. I blundered that. Queen h5. Okay, I'm having to play some defensive moves now. d4. At least I'll be hitting f2 then. Maybe I can attack their king with like rook d8, assuming that they make some sort of defensive move. Let's go here and attack the g3 pawn. If knight e2, bishop c4 ought to be decent. Okay, I'll go into the endgame. This isn't better for me or anything, though. At least, maybe it's slightly better. Very slightly.
Check.
I can get my king in. If I can use my king aggressively, we got chances to win.
Time warning.
Yeah, let's march this king all the way in. See how far we can get it. Knight c5. And we're going to win on time. They actually just resigned. Okay. Back in the pool. Did NECF win that game? Let's check. He did not. Gulftown got him. Pretty easily, too. 4 seconds remaining. We'll play 2 more games. Good position for El Rodor. He's up a pawn. Much better position to work with, too. Guess the b4 pawn was hanging. Now black needs to strike with a move like a5, yeah, and then c5 soon to open the position. Knight d3 is a nice move to control c5. NECF plays it anyways, because otherwise the white knight was coming in and this bishop was toast. Yeah, he has a good understanding of the initiative. Jorge Sammour. He knows like when it's the best time to, or correct time to open the position versus, you know, proceed with like positional play, for instance. Yeah, white's getting confused now. If G takes F3, their king side is way open. King H2. Can white survive the assault on the light squares? I don't think El Rodor is going to make it the amount of time left. They're going to move. They're just going to let their time run down? Guess not. Yeah, too easy for black. Okay, Troisi is the next opponent. Let's play d4 against him. Exchange, Queen's Gambit. I'm going to try to avoid this bishop trade. He's insisting. Okay, as long as we can open a file. He really wanted to trade those dark square bishops. Well, we're playing for an attack now. I can take here. And then take on g6
Check.
After that. And take on h7. Keep chowing down on material. Let's go back here, hitting his rook. Probably has to play rook g8, keep it closed. Black's in trouble now, though. Now the f-file is open. Let's go queen here. Stopping queen g5, also stopping maybe knight e3. Knight e3 wasn't really a threat. Let's bring this in. Okay, we'll just play d5. Oh, queen c7 would have been good. I'll play it next move if he takes on d5.
Check.
Let's just take here now. Attacking the bishop, opening up the rook.
Check.
This must be mate. Where's my checkmate?
Check.
Let's check here.
Check.
Take this.
Check.
Yeah,
Check.
just check here. It's fine.
Check.
Not quite checkmate yet, but it's close enough.
Check. Check.
This should be mate next move.
Checkmate.
Okay, and one more game. What is this flag? Hungary and Italy. Okay. I was just wondering because this flag was like so much bigger than the other flag up here. Strange. Okay, Troisi, how did they lose that rook? Yikes, that's bad opening play. Bishop e6. Ugh. I don't know what they were thinking with that move. That's ugly. White's queen still might get trapped, though. Well, now knight e5, if black moves the knight, then queen takes c6, was the idea. Troisi might worm his way out of this after all. Yeah, because now white's got to give up the queen for 2 rooks. Now I think it's anybody's game. I'm going to bet on black, actually. I like black's activity with the queen and the knight. Ooh, especially with this knight coming into e4. Because the queen and the knight, when they get close to the enemy king, they can cause some ruckus. White's got to complete their development. Yeah, it looks pretty tough. Queen g1, maybe? Now bishop e3, it's a little less clear. Rook d1. White wants to play. Oh, now will be the final opponent of the day. Alex Barnett. The legendary oh nah. Let's play knight f6, sure. And then probably queen coming over to f5 soon. Let's play e5. You can play c4 now, though, is the only thing. This way doesn't bother me so much. Just play the knight into d3. Usually they take and put the bishop on e3 then. He's got to be careful because knight e4 is a threat. And I can get in here now. Create problems for him. Let's take this guy. And he just resigned. Okay. All right, let's tabulate the results. So aside from those dropped games to NECF, we did well. Was it only one game? No, it was 2 games I lost to him. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 games, and I went 7-2. Bumped up our rating a little bit. Yeah, won like 3 points. Let's see where we fall on the best list. Right here, sitting at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, number 7. Pretty tightly bunched up. Yeah, there's less than 30-point difference between Black Horse 96 at number 2 and myself at number 7. And there's Vanticulty up there with a 100-point lead. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed this one and are having a good Saturday. I'll be back tomorrow with another bullet video. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.